DeLand, Florida is booming with all sorts of new construction homes, so today I'm going to be providing an overview of what Beresford Woods, a new home community out on the west side of DeLand, has to offer. I've lived here in the DeLand area since the 90s, and I've seen DeLand's housing population explode. But stick with me here for a few minutes because Beresford Woods is one new community that is worth checking out. Then, towards the end, I'll share my favorite feature of this community, which isn't really about the community itself, as well as some other videos about the area and some links that will tie the whole thing all together. First, what is Beresford Woods? Well, Beresford Woods is a new construction community of single-family residential homes that started building in 2023 with plans to build around 284 homes. Landsea Homes has plans for about 220, while Stanley Marten is building out the rest. Next, where is Beresford Woods? Well, Beresford Woods is located just west of 15A and south of West Beresford Avenue out on the west side of DeLand, about 3 miles from historic downtown DeLand and Stetson University. Orlando International Airport, Disney, and all those attractions are all under an hour away, and you can have your toes in the sand over on New Smyrna or Daytona beaches in under 40 minutes. So what does Beresford Woods have to offer? Well, like most new construction communities, there's a cookie-cutter kind of feel to these homes. However, these are really nice homes. Plus, some of these homes, it seems like the Stanley Marten homes, are on larger lots, some even close to a quarter acre, which isn't real common these days. Stanley Marten offers 2-car garages, and Landsea Homes offers 2 or 3-car garages, both with paver-lined driveways. The streets in Beresford Woods just seem to be a little bit wider than other similar communities. They've got on-street parking, which might not be that big of a deal, but it helps to keep the traffic moving without having to stop to let others by because someone parked in the street overnight. It's a really small detail, but one that I think is often overlooked. The Homeowners Association does run around $120 a month at this time, and for now, that doesn't get you much, but there are plans to have a pool, a clubhouse, and a playground. It'll take you 8 to 10 months for Landsea Homes to build you a new home with just about any customizations you want, except for maybe a swimming pool, but you can have someone install a pool after closing if you wanted. Landsea Homes has many different floor plans with 1- and 2-story options. Landsea Homes does have some spec homes, but that customization is a real thing, and these options are super nice, but they can be pricey too. I'll have more on that in a minute. Stanley Marten does not have all the customization options as Landsea, as they're primarily building spec homes, but the standard items are super nice. Standard ceiling heights for Stanley Marten are 9 foot 4 inches. They've got tile throughout and granite countertops with 42-inch cabinets, which are all standard. So don't think you're getting some El Cheapo home here. Plus, I'd say that Stanley Marten homes tend to be a bit less expensive, at least per feature. I looked at one yesterday, a beautiful 3-2 that was absolutely gorgeous, for right around $379,000. Speaking of the cost of these homes, as I record this today, the Stanley Marten homes start in the mid-300s and the Landsea homes start in the low 400s and run up to the low 500s. Homes in here run about 1,500 feet up to somewhere around 3,200 square feet. They've got all sorts of different models, so the price can really differ quite a bit depending on the square footage, the model, and the upgrades that you choose. They've got some serious tech going on with these homes too. Landsea Homes offers all sorts of tech to address sustainability, a healthy lifestyle, all sorts of home automation, and energy conservation, including tankless water heaters. I believe you can get the tankless water heater, but I don't know if Stanley Marten offers the tech that Landsea Homes does. There are some drawbacks in new construction, like the size of the lots and the proximity to your neighbors, but for some people that's really not an issue. Plus, these builders work with lenders that can offer some pretty good incentives. As I write this today, they're offering interest rates that are around 2–2.5% lower than you're going to get on a resale home. Plus, they're offering some serious cash to use towards upgrades or financing options. If we're helping a buyer to find a home and the interest rate is an issue for them, then a new construction home is usually a suggestion that we're making. Before I get to one of my favorite features of Beresford Woods, if you want representation, someone to fight, advocate for you during the purchase of a new home, give us a call before you even step foot on that ground. If you choose to wait after you've had a conversation with one of their salespeople, you could miss out on that, and you could find yourself in a vulnerable position during the purchase of a new home. For that matter, give us a call for any of your real estate needs, whether you're buying or selling anywhere here in Central Florida. We get those calls all the time, and frankly, I love chatting up about the DeLand area and their options. One of my favorite features of this community is the proximity to the extensive trail system that we have right here in Volusia County. Lake Beresford Park, which is right close by, is a trailhead where you can cycle, walk, one wheel, or run for, well, forever, I guess. The Lake Beresford Loop connects up with trails that can take you all the way up to DeLand Springs, down to Blue Springs or Gemini Springs, or you can ride along these paved trails all the way over to Edgewater and New Smyrna beaches, or connect up with other trails down into Sanford and Orlando. It's a really big asset for this community in my mind. We've got some other videos on new construction homes here in the DeLand area too, so check out our channel for that. Here are those links I promised you earlier. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.